Hello guys, it's Vij from Ball Stroke Adventures. Hopefully no rain today, but I do have a beautiful little wonder behind me, nice waterfall. I decided to make a quick video today. What we're gonna talk about today is not actually relevant to the hiking at all. And I was actually doing some shopping this morning, and I'm fucking starving here. Make a quick sandwich. You're gonna have to wait until I finish my sandwich, unfortunately. But everything I done this morning, everything is fucking going wrong way. So I decided just to get out of the urban area a little bit. And I know this little place for a long time, many years. And it's kind of a little bit secluded waterfall, and perfect place to make my quick video. What we're going to talk about is another element, and because lately I made a few videos about elements from the periodical table of elements, and somehow I decided to make one more today. And this element is essential for the life. Not at the moment. At the moment, my sandwich is essential for life because I'm actually starving. But really, this element is one of the, let's say, 5 to 10 elements essential for the life on this planet. And the name of the element is sulfur. Now, sulfur, the symbol for the sulfur is S, letter S, and you can find it in the periodical table of elements. It's on the right hand side, more on the upper section. It's right beside the phosphorus and right below the oxygen. So let's talk about sulfur a little bit. I actually made decision that we're gonna talk about sulfur in a little bit different way, maybe in more fun way. Some things, maybe some fun facts. We're not gonna go too deep in the chemistry and you know, all these formulas and things that you can make out of the sulfur in chemistry retrospect. Just more simple fun facts that you can probably remember, and that maybe you didn't know before. If you learn a few things here and there, then that was actually successful video as far as I'm concerned. So just give me a second. One more sip. That was actually my third sandwich, believe it or not. And it was fucking good. Stopped at the bakery, grabbed some fresh buns, Pirola salami. Oh fuck, you can't beat it, especially when you're starving. So this is the sulfur. Nice bright yellow color, and sulfur as element, you can find elementary sulfur in the nature. It's more like it's a non-metallic element, and it's a crystal. You can find it quite a bit in volcanic areas, and the actual sulfur, probably many of you have seen it before, and if you didn't, there you go, you can see it right now. It's non-toxic element. I'm saying non-toxic because I'm gonna explain after some other things. The actual sulfur, it doesn't have any smell, and if you put it in your mouth, believe it or not, it has really, really good Swiss chocolate flavor. Swiss chocolate with hazelnuts. That's how good it is. Of course, I'm just fucking with you. There is no smell and there is no flavor for the sulfur, and it's kind of similar to my cooking. No flavor, no taste. But that doesn't really matter, because I got my beautiful wife, who is the best cook in this world, and she knows how to put the meal together. I actually told my mom a long time ago, you know, my wife actually cooks a lot better than you. So there you go. That's a big compliment if you're asking me, telling your mom that somebody is better cook than your mom. And I'm still alive. My mom didn't kill me yet. So anyway, no flavor, no taste, no smell, but this element sulfur, it is actually, you could make all kinds of shit out of it, and I'm gonna just give you some examples. World War I, mustard gas. Mustard gas is not actually chlorine gas, which is deadly as well. Mustard gas was used first by the Germans in World War I, and the mustard gas is sulfur-based gas, and like I said, out of the elementary sulfur you can start making other substances and mixtures that are actually, that's why I said before, it's not toxic, they are very actually bad. So mustard gas was a chemical weapon, and it's not actually, when I say mustard gas, it's not actually gas like any other gas. It was more like a mist. They would travel like a fog, and that fucking mist, it would cause horrible blisters on your skin. And not only it would mess you up, it would injure you so badly that you would actually require more people to take care of you. So it was a horrible weapon in the World War I, and really not something that not fun at all. Now another thing, sulfur things that maybe sulfur facts that maybe you didn't know is back in the time when I was a kid, winemaking process. Now we're gonna have to explore a little bit more sulfur itself. Back home, when there was a lot of vineyards and place where my parents came from, there was a lot of hills, hilly area, a lot of vineyards. Wine was one of the main things they were making in the village for consumption and for the selling. And making wine itself, believe it or not, in those big wooden drums or barrels or whatever the fuck you want to call them, when at the beginning of the when they squish and when they use press for all the grapes and for making a young wine, before they would pour that in the barrel, in the barrel itself they would burn sulfur. Actually, it was like a sulfur strip, almost like a paper strip, but it was actually sulfur. They would burn the sulfur. You know why? Because it's an excellent preservative, believe it or not. And by burning the sulfur, you would get sulfur dioxide, SO2 gas, and that gas, when it's in the barrel, then you pour the wine in it, not wine, I'm gonna say it, young wine or juice actually from the grapes. You pour it in, and it would actually preserve any, it would prevent any bacteria from developing in the barrel, and it would keep wine nice, fresh, nice. It would preserve the color, and then the actual process of making wine is not that simple as it looks. You have to filter it and transfer it to another barrel more than once, and to get to the it takes more than a month to actually from young wine to become the real wine, fermenting process and all that stuff. So it takes a time. It's not that simple, but again, it's an ancient process by preserving the wine by sulfur. Now I'm gonna tell you one funny thing. When my parents, when they were visiting here, I'm actually in Canada. I didn't mention this at the beginning, and it's not important for the purpose of this video. But I grew up in Europe, and of course my dad, he was drinking wine a little bit more than needed. That was a lifestyle back home, and can you believe the fucking guy? He was so fussy about the wine. He was expert in the wine, because when he was a kid, that was part of the daily life. Taking care of the grapes and village life and making wine and all this stuff. So he was almost like a good cook when you want your cake to taste the best. So he was always in the favor of good wine. And when you put sulfur dioxide in the barrel, you can't really do that too much, because if it's too much, then wine smells like a sulfur at the end. And he was so fussy about it. So when he came here for a visit, and I know him, he wants to drink wine every day, and I will try to find a wine that is actually good to his desire, the one he would like. He never drink red wine, only white wine. And I could not fucking find a good wine. It became irritating a little bit, because every fucking time he would open the bottle, he would be like a dog, eh? You open the bottle, and then he would smell first, and then the comment would be, no, smells like sulfur too much. Are you fucking kidding me? And we spent so much time trying to find a wine. It was almost the end of the visit by the time we find a wine that he would actually like. So it was a little bit irritating, but we did find the wine at the end. I can't remember what was the name, but fussy guy in retrospect of consumption of wine. So anyway, we went a little bit too far with the sulfur. So maybe some other things that you didn't know about the sulfur. Sulfur itself is also one of the components of the black powder, which is one of the first forms of explosive, low-grade explosive, and just because of the properties of sulfur, it will make burning process much faster. It will speed up the burning process. And when we're talking about burning, sulfur itself. Now this is very important to remember. When you burn this powder that I showed you, initially this powder will start turning, it will start melting pretty much. It will give you a nice blue flame, and it will also, as it is melting, it will turn into almost like a blood, looking liquid, dark red looking liquid. And then as it continues to burn, it will become more like a dark brown. Now something very important to remember. When you burning sulfur, you will see a white smoke coming out of it, and it is, like I said before, SO2, sulfur dioxide. It's a very, very toxic gas. It's very, very toxic. Do not fucking inhale that. Actually, you can, because it's so bad. You can't even take one smell. It's that much irritating. It has a very, very sharp, pungent smell. Very, very sharp. It's so irritating that actually you cannot even inhale that. It immediately irritates you. That's how bad it is. Just by burning the sulfur. If you would burn the sulfur in one smaller room area, just for a minute, it would already be. You wouldn't be able to stay in the room. How actually bad gas is. Now, from sulfur dioxide, you can use that further, and this gas is used for making sulfuric acid. Everybody knows about the sulfuric acid. Where else is it used? It's used in the car batteries. It's the purpose of the acid is it's actually like an electrolyte in the car batteries, and sulfuric acid is also one of the strongest acids, and ironically is not the one that would melt the gold, dissolve the gold. Not sure if you are aware or not, but gold it could dissolve in the acid. It's called aqua regia, and ironically, because sulfuric acid is so strong, that's not the one. It's a mixture of hydrochloric acid and nitric acid. That's the mixture that will dissolve the gold, believe it or not. When we're talking about the hydrochloric acid, maybe a fun thing to know that actually the one that you have in your stomach is also hydrochloric acid that will helping you to in digestion and dissolving all these good sandwiches that you eat. Back to sulfur. Another fun fact is sulfur itself also could be found in the water. There is, like I said, I live in Canada, in Hamilton, and not far away from here, probably half-hour drive from me. There is a place called Sulfur Springs, and you can actually see that on one of my videos. There is actually a spring. It's a mineral spring, crystal clear water, cold, and the water that is coming out, the actual stream is not long. The stream is maybe 100 meters long, maybe not even. It's attribute to another bigger stream, but the whole stream from the actual spring, the whole stream is surrounded area, and the bed of the stream, it's actually white. It's white from the sulfur, from the bacteria that feed on the sulfur. And I've been there many times, and my goodness, that fucking water stinks. Holy fuck, you could drink it, well, like nothing would happen to you, but it's fucking stinky. Oh my god, you have to like close your nose before you drinking any water like that. It's unbelievable, like a fucking rotten eggs, or even worse than that, by 10 times. But it's amazing. You're looking at the spring, and you would think from the distance, while you cannot smell it, it's the best water around. So crystal clear, unbelievable. So there is a lot of sulfur around us, and like I said, it is very much needed in agricultural point of view for the plants, and it's more important than you think it is. And I hope you guys learn a few facts that maybe you didn't know before. And like I said, definitely don't play with burning sulfur because it's simply I done it many times, and I don't want you to play with that, because you can make all kinds of fucking things and mixtures with the sulfur that you don't want to play with. So just you know, try to just educate yourself, and maybe you know, when you come across in some aspects in the life and you see that yellow powder, you will hopefully have a better idea of what sulfur is about. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I might actually stay here a little bit more, 2 more minutes, and same as last video, another fucking airplane. They like me, I guess. I'm gonna stay here. It's such a beautiful place. Nature is amazing. Gives you a nice peace of mind. So I'll stay here a few more minutes, and I don't have any more sandwiches. I'll just finish my drink, and I'll see you in the next adventure. I hope you guys like this video, and you know, please subscribe.